Bitcoin is breaking out from this bull flag formation, also right now breaking above the 10-day moving average. And while Bitcoin is breaking out, we are seeing some interesting things going on in the crypto space, like Bitwise already launching their Bitcoin ETF commercial. I'm going to explain to you what this basically means for the Bitcoin ETF. We have research done by Coinbase stating that Bitcoin NFTs will most likely take a big market share in comparison to Ethereum NFTs. There's some data to back this up. We are going to have a look at some Bitcoin NFTs, and I will also look at the stablecoin dominance, as we are seeing an interesting level approaching very, very soon. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And let's first start with the Bitcoin ETF commercial from Bitwise.
You know what's interesting these days? Bitcoin. Look for Bitwise, my friends.
And guys, this is of course very, very, very bullish if you ask me, because which company would already create a commercial for the Bitcoin ETF if they really not sure if it's get approved, right? Or if there is really a chance that it's not getting approved. They even share it already on their social. So they're already promoting this. So this basically means two things, guys. And two things are very, very bullish. The first thing is that the Bitcoin ETF is already approved. The SEC and BlackRock are sitting around the table. We've seen a lot of updates on these Bitcoin ETF files. So there's a lot of stuff happening. I wouldn't be surprised if this is being approved very, very soon. But this also just shows that it is already a done deal. It is already 99.9% approved. The second thing, guys, is Bitwise is not the only company that is doing a Bitcoin commercial. I don't know why these balloons are just going over in the screen, but there will be a lot of companies, guys. There will be a lot of companies that are going to promote Bitcoin, and Bitcoin doesn't need marketing because Bitcoin is the marketing itself already, because it is just the sound money, it is hard money. But imagine if you have all these companies, BlackRock, Bitwise, all these companies that are filing for an ETF, they all come out with a commercial. One goes to the television, one goes still to radios, a lot of things on the internet, Facebook, whatever, all these socials. There will be a lot of marketing for Bitcoin. A lot of people will get interest back into Bitcoin, and they can then, through their own bank, through traditional finance, invest in Bitcoins. Then let's have a look at the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin has been coming down, has been correcting a little bit. We've seen also a lot of people during this low expecting a further correction. Well, Bitcoin didn't give that them for now. And we can just see that Bitcoin is trading higher, even breaking out of this potential bull flag formation and breaking above the 10-day moving average, which for me is the more important thing, because breaking above the 10-day moving average in this timing band just increases the likelihood that the 60-day cycle low is in, and that we can start a new 60-day cycle. I think what we are seeing right here as well is just the anticipation on that Bitcoin ETF. There's a lot of Bitcoin ETF news right now, so people also feel that it can really be confirmed any moment or approved any moment right now. And no one really knows what is going to happen afterwards, right? Will Bitcoin see a sell the news event? Will a lot of money flow into Bitcoin? This is what we are seeing often across the board. We're seeing more bullish news about it than bearish news, right? Not many people talking about a sell the news event. Most people talk about how many trillions of dollars are going to flow into Bitcoin. So I think we have to be a little bit careful right here, because, like we said, Bitcoin is approaching a very important level in the stablecoin dominance. So it would make sense if we do get a push to 47, 48, or maybe 50k, that can be a midterm top in the Bitcoin price. But there's also, of course, the possibility, and I really don't have the answer to that question right now. What is going to happen when this ETF is being approved? Will all that new money from traditional finance flow into Bitcoin? Will all these trillions of dollars, pension funds and stuff flow into Bitcoin? Basically, I don't know, because I want to be a bit careful with those statements, because we have seen the same thing in 2017 when the Bitcoin futures ETF was approved. And the futures ETF also should be backed by real Bitcoin. And that was actually right here in 2017. It got approved, I think, even on the 17th of December, like exactly at the top. And everyone was thinking right here, yeah, okay, but right now we are going way, way higher, because right now traditional finance can go in. Right, there's an ETF. There was a futures ETF. It was not spot. Maybe also crazy that the futures ETF is approved earlier than the spot. Already tells a lot about their intentions with retail investors. Right, they don't really care. They just want money, because futures ETF is of course way more gambling than a Bitcoin spot ETF. But anyhow, that was the story right here, and the futures ETF should bring Bitcoin to 100,000 US dollars, and that actually marked the exact top. And there was not that much interest in Bitcoin back then, or the futures were used to short Bitcoin, also possible of course. But yeah, definitely also bullish news back in 2017, also Bitcoin backed, so it's not like it is like made out of thin air or something like that. So guys, we have to wait and see what is going to happen. I most likely won't sell directly when the Bitcoin ETF is approved. I would wait a little bit, or maybe like sell 10% just to take some profits, but maybe wait a little bit to see what's going to happen, check what kind of structure being formed, and so on, not make too quick of a decision, because maybe we do get, like we talk about the 60-year cycle, we do get a continuation of that acceleration, and maybe Bitcoin is trading a couple of weeks after the Bitcoin ETF approval above new all-time highs. Who knows? It's definitely possible, right? So yeah, definitely want to take all these scenarios into consideration. Then guys, I want to go with you to the stablecoin dominance right here. And what we can see with the stablecoin dominance is that we are in a declining channel right here, almost at a very important support level, but just we are not there yet. We are definitely trading a little bit. We had this falling wedge formation right here. We broke down. We tried to break back into this falling wedge. Didn't work out. So far we got rejected from that former support. So that former support is acting as resistance. So it really would make sense that this is somewhat of a continuation pattern where this one goes down and at least test this support, right? This support where we have these yellow arrows going down. The yellow arrows actually from this falling wedge, but this yellow arrow was actually the support. We can put this one, for example, right there. Then this would be another touch of that support, and this is also what this Twitter account is sharing. The stablecoin dominance is coming into a very important support level, and it is also not to underestimate these support levels, because this one was the same thing. This one was a very important support level, and the moment we broke the support level, you can just see Bitcoin went on a massive rally. So that was also how we could change bias, because we were actually bearish on Bitcoin right here, but the moment we broke the support, we could flip bias, become bullish, and go along with the Bitcoin rally. So definitely this is a very important chart for me and my analyzers to confirm or to flip bias. And it's always important to be sharp whenever we are touching a very important level. Then guys, let's go to the next topic of today's video, and that is the Bitcoin ordinal space, which I think has very much potential. And we can see already that the Bitcoin ordinal transactions and the Ethereum NFT transactions already, like the ordinals transactions are definitely picking up. As you can see, they both had a dip in the past couple of months right here, but it's right now coming back up. We can see that also in the ordinals collection. Like the floor price of Bitcoin forks, guys, is 0.4 Bitcoin. That's roughly 20,000 US dollars for a Bitcoin fork, and there are 10,000 of these, so that is kind of crazy. Pixel Pepper, which I'm a huge fan of, I own a couple of these. They are floor price roughly 0.1 Bitcoin, so that's roughly 4K. Dogepunks, I'm a very huge fan of. I own multiple Dogepunks as well. They right now also going up with a floor price of 0.015, so that is nice to see. What else do we got here? We got Bitcoin Punks going also up to 0.06. So we're definitely seeing these Bitcoin NFTs going up, while we actually still early in the bull market, because most of the time the real crazy money with these NFTs is made after Bitcoin peaked, and Bitcoin has not even peaked yet. So definitely I think this can definitely grow way further than that we are seeing right now. And we are already seeing some crazy crazy collections having an insane floor price. So Bitcoin Fox 0.4 Bitcoin, that is quite crazy, but this can go way higher. Pixel Pepper also at 0.1. I think this one can go way higher. For example, the circulating supply of Pixel Pepper, the total supply is 1560, and of Bitcoin Fox is 10,000. So we also have even Pixel Pepper being more scarce, but they all move in a certain period. So we have certain periods that the hype is built around this collection, then there's a period that the hype is built around that collection. So but definitely worth to keep an eye on. And I think a lot of collections like Doge Punks or Bitcoin Punks are still quite cheap, if you ask me. And Pixel Pepper, I think, is also still quite cheap if you look at the potential growth of these collections. Then, guys, I've shared a tutorial with you on my BingX copy trading journey, and I just wanted to share an update. As I told you in that video, I'm going to update you now and then, once in a while, with the profits. And what you can see right here is that we were following 5 different copy traders, and this is also the reason why I always say diversify into different copy traders if you anyhow use this platform, because if we would only invest in Trader Joe's, we would be in a loss right now. And of course, these are not big numbers. We've invested roughly $600 Tether. So in a matter of 2-3 days, we have a $10 profit. So that's a little bit over, almost 2% profit, right? But that's also why we diversified, really. We took some trading strategies that take a little bit more risk. We took some trading strategies, for example, this one from Jenny, that really takes a very low risk, but just to diversify, right? Because if we put all our eggs in one basket, we might have picked a good one, we might have picked a bad one, but you definitely take a higher risk. And if you spread those eggs over multiple baskets and multiple trading strategies, then you are more likely to end up with a profit. But what's more important is to minimize your risk. So guys, so far the copy trading update. Then I had another thing I want to share with you, and that is something from Willpot. I get a lot of questions from subscribers that what is the Will algo? And I want to share with you what the Will algo is and how you can add it to the chart. This is the Will Portal Pro Charts, and we have an algorithm which is called Will Algo, which you can add right here onto the chart, and which generally tells you whether the momentum is more bullish or more bearish. And you can use this for scalping. So for example, you can go to the 15-minute time frame, and you can see right here we get a buy signal. This was a false buy signal. Eventually this resulted in a sell signal. Then you can see that we actually had a nice drop. Then we had this buy signal, and we got that already when Bitcoin was trading at 41.2k on the 15 minutes charts, and we can see that Bitcoin had a nice rally. But you can check this on multiple charts. But most importantly with these buy and sell signals is that you combine them with derivatives exchange data. So you can be your own algorithm. You can say, for example, okay, we have funding rates, we have premium index. So for example, you want to see something like this, where we have, let's say you get a buy signal on the 4-hour time frame. That is a macro, that is a midterm buy, right? We need to have declining funding, we need to have a declining premium index, or even better would be negative premium index. And you could say, for example, I want to have the take by sell ratio above the blue line. Well, that's not right now. The yellow line is below the blue line. This is basically showing how much people are buying with a market order, so how much people are basically FOMOing into Bitcoin. Here you can see when the FOMO goes up, the yellow line is above the blue line. We can see that this is being followed by a big spike in the Bitcoin price. So here we have a perfect buy signal. Here we have a buy signal on the Will algo, which means that the momentum is to the upside. We have a decline in funding rates already for quite some time. We have negative premium, which means that the price is driven by spot, not by perpetual futures. And we can see that right here, the take by sell ratio, the yellow line, the moving average. And we can see that the yellow line of the take by sell ratio is moving up above the blue line, which basically shows us like, okay, more and more people market buying, starting to FOMO. This tells us a little bit about the sentiment. And afterwards we can see Bitcoin has a nice rally until we right here get a sell signal right here. This is quite a nice trade, right? So I wouldn't recommend to do every buy and sell signal that you get from the wheel algo. You have to look all of them in certain situations apart. So what is the funding doing? What is the open interest? Is it super high? Is there a chance of a liquidation flush? What is the premium index saying? What is the take buy sell ratio? So right now you have a nice buy signal on the 4 hour, which is nice. We have declining funding is nice. The premium is neutral or maybe a little bit more bearish, as this one is showing that price is mostly driven by derivatives. And the take buy sell ratio is below the blue line. So these doesn't get all these good signals for a buy signal, right? We still have a buy signal and the declining positive funding rate is nice, but this buy signal is definitely not as strong as the buy signal right here. So the amount of risk that you take here when longing is higher than here. Here there's more potential upside probably than here. Here there is less potential upside when I'm looking just at the derivatives exchange data profile. And this is also why derivatives exchange data is so powerful for your trading, and why I'm such an advocate for this data. Because when I just look at this data, it already shows me that probably a rally like this is not in the cards right here, or the must happen like a crazy event, but it's less likely. Let's call it like that, because everything is in terms of probabilities, right? Nothing is a certainty, especially not in the markets. But yeah, based on derivatives exchange data, this is a very nice buy opportunity, while this can also be still a nice buy opportunity in a shorter term time frame. It has less potential than the buy opportunity right here. So guys, that's just something that I want to share with you. But okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, make sure to smash up the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, guys. That's very much appreciated. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Bitcoin in the comment section down below. And if you are interested in using BingX as your exchange to trade or to try copy trading, you can join with the affiliate link down below, and you will get an additional bonus like a free $100 tether to trade with, and a deposit bonus up to $9,600. If you haven't seen my BingX copy trading tutorial, definitely recommend it to watch that one, as I think it's a very interesting video, and we diving just in all the futures and all the options that there are possible with the BingX copy trading futures. So guys, definitely check that out. Then I want to wish every single one of you a very beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.